it's summertime and we are talking alternative drinks that you could have to maybe something that does have alcohol in it. And what's kind of been more of a trend too that we've seen recently is a lot of people are opting for non-alcoholic beverages.
Correct.
And I'm sure you're seeing a lot of that
too.
A lot
of times, the non-alcoholic beer, wine, one of the fastest growing categories. Fresh Squeeze NA is our #1 beer in a quarter, taking the top spot on our 60-foot wall of beer.
That's incredible. And that's out of all beers, not just the NA section.
All beers. RPM has been our #1 beer.
Sure.
Quarter after quarter after quarter after quarter. This actually beat it by over 50.
Deschutes Fresh Squeeze non-alcoholic beer is winning over the hearts of many Central Oregonians. But if beer isn't your thing, there are non-alcoholic wine options to choose from as well.
Gießen, everybody knows the New Zealand Sauv Blanc Gießen, but they're actually making a de-alkalized one that tastes just like the original one. 0% alcohol, really, really delicious. They're just de-alkalizing and pulling the alcohol out, make it 100%. Still has that nice crisp flavor to it.
Right. Well, because that too, I think, is something that people might be hesitant about with the NA drinks, is that sacrificing the flavor, right? So if they're going to have this wine, they want it to taste
And that's
like it.
correct. And a lot of times, way back in the day, a lot of the breweries took and they watered down it. Well, now the breweries and wineries are making it 100% just like their normal wine or beer. They're just de-alkalizing. So it's actually a lot easier to taste it and it's a lot better. So this is the Gießen non-alcoholic. They actually make a couple other flavors too at the same time. They actually make a rosé, a red, and a bubbles.
Wow, okay, so there's quite the variety.
There's quite the variety of it.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, yeah. You wouldn't guess it. It's
You wouldn't guess it.
non-alcoholic.
It's crisp. Get a little bit of that citrus flavor, a little bit of lemon on the back palate.
Yes, it's very refreshing too.
The process is essentially the same, but the alcohol is removed at the end, giving you a flavor that's familiar and bold.
So everything is brewed here now locally.
Oh my gosh.
They use a reverse osmosis to do theirs. So they're making fresh squeeze just like normal fresh squeeze that you find on the shelf. And then they use the reverse osmosis, has that great citrus flavor. So you're not gonna get anything, no watered down, great flavor.
And the color
The color
too.
is perfect. You're keeping the carbonation, and that's the other problem that you have with non-alcoholic. You don't get that carbonation, you don't get the aroma, you don't get anything with it.
Right.
So you get,
Oh my gosh, it smells just like it too.
it smells just like it.
Wow.
You get the malt, you get the citrus, you get everything else, and then
Wow. You cannot tell the difference.
You can't
it's
tell
like
the
if you
difference.
did a blind taste test in front of you.
and
I don't
it's
know
a
if you'd be
little
able
hard to tell. They have just the yellow label that says non-alcoholic, but it's great. It's great flavor.
I'm sure you're starting to see a lot more breweries change over to non-alcoholic beers too. That's
Correct. And so the trend is it's breweries, cideries, everybody's trying to switch over. We're actually going to be expanding our non-alcoholic beers even more now to get it even better.
Right. I mean, you don't
Because
just
it's-
have local ones too.
No,
You've got
it's
other
not.
ones.
We have a whole bunch. Athletic was one of the top ones. They actually,
International brands doing
yeah,
non-alcoholic
Heineken does one.
Okay.
Asahi, Corona's a great one.
Yeah.
Corona, and that's a hard one. But they're the ones that sort of started it. Now all the craft breweries are starting it because they see the trend.
You can find non-alcoholic options on the shelves at Newport Avenue Market in Bend. For another edition of Taste This, I'm Emily Kirk.